Okay, everybody. Hello and welcome. Welcome, everyone. How you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. And I welcome you to Monday. And, ladies and gentlemen, this will be interesting. So, as you guys and gals have known, I've been finally playing a new release in Resident Evil 2's re-release here, and modernization since Friday. It's been a wild ride. Excuse me. Because I've been playing on hardcore mode. And it took all of Friday, all of Saturday, and 2 hours yesterday to finally finish up Leon's Side A hardcore difficulty campaign. And then I switched over to Claire B, which basically means the alternate scenario, which is very different from the first scenario, either playing as Leon or Claire. It's actually much harder. You start later on in the game, several hours into the action, but at the same time, it's much more difficult. Zombies, at this point, don't even care that I'm shooting them with the gun anymore with Claire. They just ignore the bullets. So it's very, very challenging at this point, okay? I played about 2 hours of Claire B yesterday, and, you know, I got a decent stretch in, although most of the time I'm just trying to avoid zombies. I can't hurt them. You know, I have two handguns, and neither handgun hurts a zombie. So, it is what it is, I guess. And finally yesterday I got to a point where I got a key where I was starting to open doors. And then I had to run to a save room because I was out of time to play. So it was up in the air. It was up for debate. What would I be doing today? Okay. Would I be doing more Resident Evil for the fourth day in a row? Would I be completely breaking it up and not do Resident Evil at all? Or would I do like maybe a half and half? So I proposed this on Twitter last night as a Twitter poll. And overnight, over 600 people voted. And the winner overwhelmingly was another full day of Resident Evil 2. 60% of the vote went to just play Resident Evil 2 all day. Whew. So that's what I'm going to be doing. But I'm going to be very honest with all of you. After today, I'm very glad we're taking a break. Like, I can only take so much of one game. And even though I appreciate that people have been coming out and the viewership has been great for the Resident Evil streams, I'm starting to get burnt out on it. You know what I mean? Keep in mind, if I had been playing on the standard difficulty, I probably would have beaten both sides already. It's just because it's hardcore. It's so difficult. So, another full day of Resident Evil 2. Will I complete Claire's campaign today? I have no idea. I've been thinking about what's left. What I need to do is I need to get another key. Then I need to trigger Mr. X by going into the STARS office, avoid him, get back into the attic, set off the explosive, get the final medal. That'll allow me to open up the elevator in the main hallway and go down into the underground sewer area, which I'm assuming there's going to be a boss down there. I'll probably have to fight Birkin, I'm thinking, just like it was with Leon. Then I don't know. I don't know if Claire's plot is going to follow along with what happened with Leon, or if it will veer from that and do something different. Because remember, she runs into Sherry Birkin, who's the daughter of the Birkin scientists, who's an innocent in all of this. And she has to protect Sherry. So I don't know how different that's going to be from the plotline with Leon. Alright? So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. You know, a 4-hour stream right now, and then a 2-hour stream later tonight. And then, I mean, holy crap, I definitely need a break from Resident Evil. 4 straight days is enough. You know, I definitely enjoy being a variety streamer. I like doing different things, like I've told you guys. Some people ask me, how do you avoid getting burnout? And the answer is by doing a variety of stuff. If I just did the same thing every day, I would undoubtedly get bored of what I'm doing. I'm going to be honest with you, today is kind of that kind of a day where I know today I'm going to start to get frustrated after 4 straight days of this game, but people voted for it, so okay, we're going to have one more day of Resident Evil 2. Alright. Then tomorrow, okay, tomorrow will be the premiere of Kingdom Hearts 3. Alright? Should be good. The game we've been anticipating for a long time. It's finally here. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. I'll be playing it all day to really immerse myself in it. And, you know, get used to the game, the controls, etc. I wonder if we'll get to any of the major worlds, Disney worlds, which would be nice. It should be fun. Okay? So, that's all day tomorrow. Then on Wednesday, it'll be up in the air. I'm definitely doing Kingdom Hearts as the main stream on Wednesday, but the question will be, do we want to see another full day of Kingdom Hearts, or maybe a half and half, where the first stream is Kingdom Hearts and the second stream is Resident Evil 2? So we'll see. All right. Then Thursday's my day off. And then starting on Friday, again, it's going to be a balance between Kingdom Hearts and Resident Evil until we kind of wrap up Resident Evil. Then during the weekend, what I'm planning to do is start doing streams where we kind of balance everything. So it'll be some downtime stuff, finally, some chill streams, which I know many people are like, man, what happened to Phil's chill content? He was doing blackout streams where he interacted with us all the time, and then he was doing Minecraft streams with tons of interaction and fun stuff, and where have they gone? And the answer, really honestly, is new releases take priority. They always have. But I totally understand for those who like those streams, and now it's been a week and you're not getting that it's starting to maybe turn you off a little bit. All right. So, I will be, by this weekend, reintegrating the chill stream content into my streams so that it's not just the same, stuff every single day. All right. For variety's sake, it'll be basically a main game of either, like Kingdom Hearts or whatever on the mainstream, balanced with some chill content at night, so that way we all have some good fun. All right? There you go. So that being said, thanks everyone. Even though it's been a crazy, challenging weekend, it's been a great weekend. Viewership has been way up on streams, and contributions have been great. I'm certainly not complaining. You guys have been very generous during the Resident Evil 2 playthrough, and I appreciate that a lot. I'll be honest, I haven't really even looked at the playthrough on YouTube. I just upload and kind of leave it there. I really haven't even given it a look to see, how popular it is on YouTube. I'm hoping that it's given me a spike, because I'm going to be honest, this month on YouTube was my worst ever. Ad revenue plummeted into the toilet, and I think the reason was because YouTube was not properly placing ads on my videos. As I told you guys, I took a look, and my videos were only getting 1 or 2 ads on an hour-long video, and that was happening for like 3 weeks. And I didn't know until finally I was looking. I was like, why the hell am I making almost no money on YouTube? And then I looked at it. I was like, what? You gotta be kidding me. So it kind of sucks. It does. It kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So thank you to those who've been generous during Resident Evil 2. It is much appreciated. And we'll talk about that in a moment. How you can contribute and all of that. But it is very much appreciated. And, with Kingdom Hearts 2 tomorrow, I know some more people will probably be jumping in and be excited for that. So, this should be great. It should be a good, end of the month, heading into February. Keep in mind that eventually, at some point before we hit the new releases in February, which are coming out on February 15th, I am going to be doing a special retrospective event as well. And there'll be a stream where we kind of go back and together we watch my old content, and I'll react to it and give you behind-the-scenes information and stuff about it. It should definitely be a fun event. I did one in September of last year. People really enjoyed it. And I was supposed to do it by the end of January, but because of so many different factors going on that screwed stuff up, I delayed it until February, and it's definitely going to happen. All right, but we shall see. We shall see. All right. All right, so let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I really want to talk about that's important before we get to the plugs and the shout outs and all of that. Excuse me. I swear there was something I wanted to talk about. Oh, here, I'll just say this up front. Yes, I saw the Royal Rumble last night. I had to fast forward through a lot of it because the show was so damn long. But I did see it. It was a good Rumble. I enjoyed it. I think a few people who should have won. I think that some of the matches had terrible outcomes. In particular, both of the title matches. But there's nothing you can do about that. That's WWE booking. It sucks. So, it was a good show. And I give it 2 thumbs up. It was entertaining. It was too long, but it was entertaining. And there you go. That's my opinion on that. Now, let's count how many people will ask me about it during the day. I guarantee there's going to be like 20 people asking about it. Okay. Ah. My neck. My neck. Okay. All right, let's get to the next segment. The plug segment, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoy my daily live streams, if you enjoy the content I put out on YouTube, if you like everything I do and everything I'm about, and you want to see me be able to continue to do it, you want to see me stay here in this house and be able to continue to broadcast from this nice office and all the quality stuff that I do, there's many ways that you can contribute to help me and aid me to keep doing this. The first is to pledge to my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. Reminder, that is monthly. There's only 3 days left this month. Actually, I take it back. 4 days left this month, including today, to pledge to my Patreon. The way it works is depending on how much you pledge, you earn yourself personal perks, all right, that basically are a way for me to give back. Things like getting your questions answered on my bi-monthly Q&A show. We're getting premium forum access so you can nominate and vote on games for special events. All kinds of fun stuff. All the details are up over on patreon.com/darksidephil. So I don't want to go too much into it, but please consider pledging. With about 3.5 days left to pledge in the month, you must get your pledges in by the end of the month in order to count for this month and get your pledges, during the month of February, or get your perks during the month of February. All right. And thanks to everyone who is an ongoing pledgee. I do appreciate that, including we had a new pledgee just the other day, so thank you for that. You can buy something from my Teespring store. I sell merchandise like t-shirts and hoodies and stuff. It's great quality stuff that I can attest to because I own a bunch of it myself. I wear it on streams all the time. And if you do buy something from the Teespring store, it obviously helps me out, okay? So consider it. Check it out at teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. Now, if you're here live, okay, on the stream, and you want to get a shout out during today's stream, you absolutely can do so. If you either cheer with bits or subscribe to the channel, or if you tip me, any contribution, you will receive a live shout out during the stream. And it is much appreciated no matter what you do. As you guys can see at the top of your screen, we got a stream stats leaderboard. So the person who is the top cheerer and top tipper will get up there and get credit during the stream. FYI, in the last week, I instituted new rules where there are no longer ties on the leaderboard. So to give you an example, if someone cheers 50 bits, they'll get up on that leaderboard right away and be, boom, you're number one. If another person cheers 50 bits, I'll still give them a verbal shout out, but they will not get up on the leaderboard. Ties will not be allowed. It'll be a first come, first serve kind of deal. So if you're the first to cheer them out, you will get up there and remain that spot unless someone cheers higher. Same thing with tips. You'll stay at that spot unless someone tips higher than what you've tipped, all right? This way, we avoid ties. We avoid the leaderboard getting all cluttered and looking terrible. And I think it's going to work out nicely. I've been instituting this for several days. It seems to work a lot better. All right. Also, as you can see at the top of the stream chat, the stream stats leaderboard for cheering has reset for the week. This is one that's integrated inside of Twitch, and it resets overnight from Sunday to Monday. So a great opportunity for you to get recognition, guys, because right now there's only one person on there, and it's a top 10 list. So I'm just saying, anyone who cheers today is pretty much guaranteed to get up on the leaderboard this week. Okay? So please consider it. Now, you may be asking, with all these ways to contribute, you can cheer, you can sub, you can tip, you can pledge to Patreon, you can buy something for Teespring, how can I help Phil the most? The honest answer to that question right now is to tip me. The reason being, my bills are about to hit. They always hit starting the 1st of every month, and they go through till about the 14th of the month. Guess what? I get paid on the 15th of the month by Twitch, and that's my major income for the month. So it's always tight the first 2 weeks of the month because all the bills come due and empties out on my bank account. And then I have to wait till the 15th to get paid. And some months it's so tight that I overdraft and stuff. It sucks. All right, it does. So if you want to contribute in the best way possible that can help me out the most, if you tip me, all right, I get those funds right away. And those always go straight to bills. Right now, I actually am going to, I totally forgot to. I need to buy Kingdom Hearts 3 tonight. And then after that, anything you guys contribute goes straight to bills in the month of February. All right, and it helps me out tremendously. So please consider tipping. There's 2 ways to do it. Below the stream, there's a button that says tip jar that you can click on. If you don't see that button, you can type !tip into the stream chat. That will bring up a link that you can click on to tip. And you can either be anonymous or you can leave your name in a message if you would choose to have a shout out during the streams. It is much appreciated. Anything that you guys contribute, thank you very much to anyone who does. And again, I appreciate anything. Cheering and subbing help me out long term, while tipping helps me out short term with bills. So either way is great. Either way is good support, but I thank you very much for it. But right now, being very honest, tipping me is the way to go. Alrighty then. Fair enough. Lies of Our Souls is in the Twitch app. You cannot see the cheering leaderboard. Doesn't surprise me. A lot of stuff does not work in apps of Twitch or YouTube. It's true. Like they're basically very watered down versions of the actual full site. And you're absolutely right. I know for a fact that when I have used the Twitch app before, half the stuff doesn't work. So it is what it is. Sorry about that. If you use the app, you can't see the cheering leaderboard, but you could still see the stream stats leaderboard at the top of the screen. So there you go. All right. It's time for shout-outs. You guys ready? So first off, at the overnight, Xbox One is garbage. Tipped me $1 and said it's -50 plus 1 foot of snow in the windshield right now. I love the Midwest. Yes, I heard about this. That the Midwestern United States is currently being slammed with one of the worst blizzards in history. At least recorded history. I'm sure there's been many worse before, but we're talking about modern recorded history, okay? That being said, I wish everyone who's a viewer of mine, you know, in the Midwest, good luck, and I hope that you prepared, and I hope that you are safe. It sucks when really bad inclement weather hits. If you're currently snowed in, all right, well, I wish you luck, and maybe jump on the streams. As long as your power and internet works, enjoy watching the streams. Maybe my suffering here today in Resident Evil 2 will warm you up during the winter freeze. Here in Washington State, we have typical winter weather. It's like in the 40s, 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Today we actually have sun, which actually is not particularly common for the winter. Usually we just have rain and clouds constantly. Today we actually have sun. So this has been a very, very, a very mild winter for us. We haven't had any snow whatsoever. It hasn't even hit freezing temperatures once. So this may be one of the most mild winters we've actually ever had out here. Previous years I definitely had at least snow. So, all right, well, there you go. But anyway, good luck. Xbox One is garbage. I wish you well, and hopefully things go well, okay? All right, so now we start off the cheering today with Ace, who did a 50-bit cheer. And says, after I platinumed Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, and Detroit Become Human, I started a playthrough of Indigo Prophecy. You can certainly tell that Quantum Dream games have been progressively casual over the years. There are many more puzzles in Indigo than Detroit. That's correct. Originally in Indigo Prophecy, the game actually does have several puzzles and actually a really, really challenging sneaking section that I failed on a long time, and a lot of quick time events that are very important that you pass. If you don't, you die and you have to redo long segments of the game. Yeah, and you know, over the years, the games became way more casual and more about the story choices that you make than the actual gameplay mechanics. I think when the games first started, they did want to implement things like puzzles and you know, important quick times. Again, you know, hand-eye coordination being important, while the more modernized Quantic Dream games, yes, you still need to do quick times and the like, but really it comes down to your story choices and the story developing rather than worrying about a puzzle and stuff like that. You see what I mean? But yeah, you're absolutely right. And it's interesting also just playing the Quantic Dream games from start to finish, you know, with the ones that they had. The one before Indigo Prophecy was called, oh God, Omicron? And I never played that one. That was apparently their original outing, Omicron. And I don't know if it's any good or not, but it apparently is like a cult classic. So they're all good, in my opinion. Like, all the ones that I've played, I very much enjoyed. And so hopefully you like Indigo Prophecy. I loved it. You know, this was one of the playthroughs I did a long time ago. It was actually a Halloween special that I did the same year that Heavy Rain came out. That was my Halloween special. So I think that was 2009, if I remember correctly. Because 2010 was the year when I went to DSPGaming, I think. So I think it was 2009. It might have been 2009. You know. And that was funny because that was when my videos didn't publish and everything got screwed up. Okay. Two Bar King did a 100-bit cheer. And that actually gets Two Bar King up as the top cheer for the day. Let's go ahead and get him up on the leaderboard. There we go. 100 bits. Thank you, 2Bar King, for the starting up the cheering here nicely. Then I got a 50-bit cheer from Insomniatic Meat. Thank you very much, Insomniatic Meat, for the cheer. And then Goldry Bluzco did a 100-bit cheer. But that, sadly, came in second, which means you will not get up on the leaderboard. If you had done a 101-bit cheer, you would have beaten 2Bar King and gotten up on the leaderboard. But these are the new rules, no ties, all right? And why can't we be friends? Cheered said the stereotypical racism of Tyler was the funniest part of your playthrough. Funny enough, I don't even know what you're referencing. I really don't. I don't know if you're referencing Indigo Prophecy or something else. I have no idea. At all. I have no recollection. You know, it's been so long since I played Indigo Prophecy, I barely remember the game. So, but anyway, thank you for the cheer. Why can't we be friends? I appreciate that. Sorry, guys. A yawn came out of nowhere. It came out of, like, left field here. Smacked me. Okay. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's it. I think it is now time. Wait, hold on. Oh, why can't we be friends? Judy said Tyler with the snow basketball game and sleeping in for work, etc. Now I'm starting to remember. Now I'm starting to remember the stereotypical jokes that I made. Yes. It's funny. Here's actually the funny thing. So that was, what, 2010? Right? And back then, all right, I made those jokes and people thought they were absolutely hilarious. Wow, you know, Phil is just joking. We know that he's not serious about this stuff. He's just making stereotypical observations. And it's funny as hell. If I did that playthrough of that today, 9 years later, and I made the same jokes, you would have people up in arms. Like, oh my God, it's the most racist, bigoted thing I've ever seen in my life. But that's what I mean. Like, it's just so silly that in the modern era, people can't take that kind of comedy anymore. You know, it would be one thing if when you watch someone, all they do is rag on race. Okay, that's terrible. That's a one-trick pony. That's obviously someone who they do it on purpose to get attention, and you know, especially if they rag on the same race over and over. Now you got to wonder, does that person actually have like a seed of racism inside of them or whatever? All right, but for me, you know, for me, as I used to say back then, I'm an equal opportunity offender. Like, I will offend anyone. I'll offend my own race, you know, Italian and Polish, which is what I primarily am, you know, or anyone else. No one, in my opinion, back then, it was like no one is safe from ridicule. Everyone can be made fun of, and it's okay as long as you don't harp on it and make it a pattern. Then it's, you know, you shouldn't consider it to be something that's serious. You know, it's a joke. It's not being seriously racist or something. It's just a joke. And people got it. You know, back then, from the years of 2008 till I'd probably say around 2012, were the years when I basically kind of just did whatever I wanted, did crazy over-the-top humor or whatever. And people got it. That's how I got popular on YouTube. Quite frankly, that's where I got my attention from. You know what I mean? So, you know, that being said, it's funny because now, you know, that was 2010. This is 2019. And how many people would be offended by that kind of comedy now, right? Because times change and everything. One Button Dash actually says, people recently are bashing the first Ace Ventura movie, saying it's a transphobic movie. Wow. What can you say? That's kind of ridiculous, right? And it's the same thing. Like, people 10 years ago would have tweeted something and people thought it was great and funny. And now 10 years later, people are being called out for tweets they did 10 years ago, saying that they have, you know, oh my God, how could you have said that? It's like, what the fuck? It was a joke that's 10 years old, dude. Pretty silly, in my opinion. But hey, that's life, I guess. Things change. Culture changes. You know, people have to adapt, right? Mr. Papavera just said, I do kind of miss the 80s and 90s because of the humor. People knew how to take a joke, and it was harmless. It didn't have paper-thin skin. Yeah, you know, the 80s and 90s, you could have a lot of certain kinds of humor that was over the top, and it was, admittedly, you knew it was over the top. When you were watching, you were like, okay, this is funny because it's ridiculous. This isn't a serious movie. This isn't a serious thing I'm watching. It's meant to be over-the-top ridiculous, and that's okay. That's why it's funny. Now you watch, oh my God, in Ace Ventura, there was a chick with a dick, and Ace Ventura made fun of her. That means the movie's horrible. It's like, what? Oh my God. Unbelievable. Anyway, Adrenaline Dragon tipped me $1 to get the tipping started today. Thank you, Adrenaline Dragon. He says, will you play Shenmue 2 in anticipation of Shenmue 3 this year? That's the plan. And in fact, it looks like new releases this year will dramatically slow down around May and June. They always usually do. So that might be a great time for me to play Shenmue 2, because Shenmue 3 is supposed to come out in late August. So if I can maybe play it, you know, spring, early summer, and do a playthrough of Shenmue 2, that would be probably perfect timing to prepare for Shenmue 3. So, there you go. Alright, so let's get Adrenaline Dragon up on the leaderboards here as the first tipper of the day. And this time, I'll actually remember that Adrenaline does not have an E in it. So there you go. Did I spell it right? Adrenaline Dragon. Yes, I did. Good. Alright. So, that is it. Let's give special thanks to... Actually, I didn't upload I didn't upload. I didn't update the total tips. Oops. So thank you to 2 Bar King for the current top cheer of the day of 100 bits. And thank you to Adrenaline Dragon for the current top tip of $1. Pretty easy to beat those. I'm just saying. If you guys want to get up there, very easy to get up on today's leaderboard. Alright? Alright, well... Oh, shout out to Drando23, who has just subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Drando, for the subscription. I appreciate that. By the way, I am currently thinking about what I want to do for a sub goal for February. Since finally our sub numbers are back to normal, I'm mulling in my head. I'm mulling it over. What do I want to do in January? February. What kind of a sub goal do we want to do? You know, it could be many things. It could be another marathon. It could be Patron's Choice, which we haven't done in a million years now. But the thing is, the last Patron's Choice we haven't done yet because we can't. We're waiting for the Phoenix Wright collection to be released, and then I'm going to play that Phoenix Wright game that people have been waiting for a long time once the collection is released, and it's very easy to play on modern consoles. So that's why that one's being held off on. But we could do another, you know, thing where people, you know, get to choose a game. We'll see. Let's think about it. I'll think about it. I've still got several days to think about it, okay? So, I will let you know. Alright, I guess it's time to begin. Thank you, everyone. You know, shorter pre-stream today. Thank you, everyone. Like I said, in my head, I was mulling over, gee, what do I do here as soon as I start playing? Well, I think I can get a key. I have to run across the main hallway and unlock a certain door, get into the library, grab a book, then hightail it across the library again, to the upstairs door, into the art room. Then I can solve the art room puzzle to get the gem. Then I put the gem into the box. That opens up the box. I believe inside the box there's a key. I don't remember if it's the club key or if it could be the heart key. If it's the heart key, that's going to open up a totally different rooms for me that I could not open up during the Leon playthrough. So I don't even know what I'm going to get if I get the heart key. I don't know what's going to happen. So I guess we'll see. And then after I do that key and I figure out what else I can do, then I'm going to trigger Mr. X by going to the STARS office. But I'm going to do that absolutely last. I don't want to deal with Mr. X until I absolutely have to. Okay? Okay. Alright, guys. That is it. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And let's begin. Another full, crazy day of Resident Evil 2 Hardcore. Oh boy, I hope I can survive this one. Alright, guys. Let's do it.